जय श्री राम। IIT IIM क्रैक करना काफ़ी लोगों का सपना होता है, स्पेशली आजकल JEE के रिजल्ट्स आए हुए हैं एंड काफ़ी ज़्यादा न्यूज़पेपर्स एंड ऑल अक्रॉस द मीडिया हाउ टू प्रिपेयर वेल, हाउ टू गेट थ्रू इट, एंड जो एस्पिरेंट्स जिनके एम्बिशंस फुलफिल होते हैं उनकी एस्पिरेशंस आगे चल के क्या होती हैं, लाइफ हाउ डज इट शेप अप. From an astrology perspective, if I have to say, is this destined? Yes. Somewhere, yes. Besides your hard work, destiny plays a major role when it comes to the competitive entrance exams related to IIT or IIM. Here I have Saurabh Bharat, who is working in the corporate finance and who is amongst the alumni of IIM and IIT. And let's hear from him. How did he manage to reach here? Hi Saurabh, welcome to my channel, Astrological. And yeah, so please tell, how did you manage to crack CAT? Was it your dream? Tell us from the beginning. Tell me.
So I would say I had never thought of it as a dream or something. Of course, when I decided I want to do an MBA, I prepared very well for it. All my mock exams, I was topping whatever group I used to do. So I was confident I'll be able to do it. Then an interesting thing happened. In the history of CAT, it was the only time that the paper was leaked.
Oh, which was this year?
2003.
2003. So it was the first time ever.
Yeah,
I also
and it's not happened again after that either.
Yeah. Hope not ever. Okay.
Yeah, so I got out of paper. I was very confident. I've done it very well.
The one which got leaked?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had done it very well. Then after reaching home, next 2-3 hours, I was trying to figure out what was, because we get the question paper with us, and I had marked what answers I had done. So trying to see on different websites as to what the right answers are and how well I've done. In the meantime, suddenly all over the media it comes that probably the paper is leaked. And by evening it was sure that there'll have to be a re-exam. So
you sat for the re-exam?
Yeah. So 3 months later the re-exam happened. Although I prepared well, didn't go well that day.
Okay. So the re-exam did not go well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, in terms of general standards, it went well. I had 98.97 percentile.
So what is percentile? Tell me,
so
what exactly? Because I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this, they might be knowing what is percentile, but for a lot of you who do not know, let's see what is percentile.
So percentile basically means that you are above that many percentage of people who appeared for that exam.
Okay.
So if I say it was a 99 percentile, it means 99% of the people who gave the exam were below me.
Okay.
So if 1 lakh people give the exam, then 1% of that is 1,000. So basically 1,000 people are above me and 99,000 people are below me. So that is 99 percentile.
Okay. And when we talk about 100 percentile, because I believe a lot of people in JEE this time have got to 100 percentile. So what does that mean?
So basically, if you look at the way percentile is given, it is given till 2 decimal places. So like you can have 99.99 and then you will have to have 100.00. So anybody who is above 99.995 will be rounded off to 100.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if it is 0.01, so as I told you, 1% of 1 lakh is basically 1,000 people. So 0.1% will be 100 people and 0.01% will be 10 people.
Okay.
So which means that 5 people will get 100 percentile because it will be above 99.995 percentile.
Okay.
So if 1 lakh people are giving the exam, 5 people will get 100 percentile.
Oh, makes sense. And explained beautifully. Obviously, you can come to know from your style of, calculations that you are good at it. But when it comes to even, getting through an institute, it takes you through different multiple stages. The first stage being, of course, to crack the main entrance exam. So how was it when you had re-attempted the exam?
Yeah, so as I told you, although it was a good for general standards, I got one call, I couldn't convert it. So
from where did you get the call?
I am Lucknow.
Okay.
So
but you couldn't do it.
No. So I decided that let's join another good MBA program. I decided I have an admission from another premier institute, IIT Delhi. So I joined that. Now, the dream probably with the MBA name was IIM.
For you?
Yeah. So I filled up the form again for CAT for the next year. Obviously, once I joined the MBA program, I didn't realize it will be so rigorous. so didn't get the time to prepare at all. In fact, I forgot what date the exam was.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
So how did you like?
So in my class, probably 5-6 people out of the entire batch had filled up the form, and so I happened to be in a conversation where they said, "Oh, this Sunday is the exam," and this was a Friday. So I realized, I have the CAT exam again in 2 days. So
and
anyway,
the entire year you did not prepare?
No, not at all. Because
no mock test, no nothing.
Nothing at all. So anyway, so that weekend, it's on Sunday morning. So basically, the Saturday I gave 3 or 4 mock tests and just went for the exam.
Okay.
So obviously, I didn't have any expectations. So this time around, I didn't even check how the paper went. I just came home, just forgot about it, and started my regular course back again.
तो आपने बिल्कुल पता ही नहीं करने की कोशिश करी कि एग्जाम कैसा था, बिकॉज आपने जो पहले अभी बताया था कि पिछली बार जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट दिया था, जो ऑब्वियसली फिर से री अटेम्प्ट देना पड़ा था, उसमें तो आके पूरा चेक किया वेबसाइट से कि ये आंसर राइट है, रॉन्ग है, ये, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली व्हेन यू आर प्लेस्ड इन वन ऑफ द प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूट.
Now this time around, I had not prepared, so I thought there's no point of even looking at it. So I just basically the paper came in a plastic. My pencil, rubber, everything was in the plastic. I sealed it and put it somewhere along with the admit card and forgot about it. About a month and a half, 2 months later, I had gone out for dinner with my parents, and suddenly I got a call from a friend that the CAT result is out. You gave CAT, why don't you give your roll number? I'll check it if you're out. So I said, I don't know how, I don't remember the roll number. About an hour, 2 hours later, when I reached home, I called him. I said, so I looked for it. 10 minutes I took to find.
This is an interesting, detailed story. Like, you know, okay.
It took me 10 minutes to find where the admit card is. So anyway, I called him and I told him this is the number. He was sitting on the computer. Immediately he said, you're going through IIM.
That's excellent. Now, I think from a perspective where you have probably not put in your best, if you have to say for your own self, and but still getting through it.
Yeah.
What do you think would have happened right for you?
So if I analyze without the astrological part of it, that you should analyze.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
Yeah. So that way, the way I see it is, of course, you need hard work. You need a presence of mind.
Of course, please do tell our viewers from which IIM you are passed out.
I did it from IIM Lucknow, 2007 batch.
Okay.
So I joined in 2005 because CAT 2004 was for 2005 batch.
Okay.
And I passed out in 2007. So when you give the exam, of course you need to have preparation, you need to have clarity of thought. But I think the most important at that point of time is the presence of mind. If you are good, you perform better when you sleep well, you should do that. If you perform better under pressure, then you should give yourself that pressure. Because that presence of mind is what will give you the speed and accuracy.
Right? That's nice.
Yeah. So, now, having told you the way it happened, that when I really prepared, nothing happened, and when I didn't prepare, I got through. So I just wanted to know, how do you see it in terms of Vedic astrology or in terms of a Kundli? That was it destined or how was it?
See, of course, destiny plays an important role, but you cannot ever ignore your karma or your hard work efforts put in. Since I have seen his horoscope, and he did pass his entrance exam in Ketu Dasha. Now, Ketu Dasha, in general, kind of gives you mixed results for a lot of people. So it began with him not being able to clear in the first attempt, especially because first was league where he did well. So Ketu Dasha can offer you certain mysterious, unexplained events happening, and also something which feels like a deja vu experiences. For him, this was unexpected that he did well and everything is working around him well, but you know, in the final thing, he couldn't get through first. So secondly, the Ketu Dasha, where you actually passed in your second attempt in the second year, that was favorable for you because you had a different Antardasha running. And that's how you got into it, I would say, from an astrological point of view. See, efforts are definitely done by everyone who is preparing for such competitive examinations at that level. Then it comes to your, fine-tuning the applicant's horoscopes. I can bet on that day when you are writing the paper, you have your full application of mind, as he said, and as he talked about the presence of mind. Now, when we have to talk about presence of mind, is the greatest significator of that can be Mercury. And people who are good in mathematics and calculations and overall the entire logic reasoning of this paper lies on how good your Mercury is on that day, besides the 8 other planets.
So what I also read about or heard is that Ketu also looks at your past deeds.
Yes.
And based
you
on
read
that,
what you have
so basically it
in your
could be,
past.
so it could be the previous hard work.
Previous hard work, and it's also the previous. And in previous births also you would have had the same inherent talent, which you are now putting it at its best. So every time, every birth is always going to make you a better person if you want to do that to yourself. So of course that's the way I always put karma above all the horoscopes, because it's up to you how much effort you put in. But at the same time, the universe has a way of gifting back from your past deeds as well, and we don't know what we are facing, what karma we are facing, whether it is of this birth, it's a combination of previous birth, this birth. So that becomes a mystery, and that is a very typical attribute of a Ketu Dasha.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yes, and also I would like to, add to this, when you passed and when you went through these multiple events. So this shows that, hard work is definitely important. Aptitude is also a very, very important thing. So even if you are doing hours of labor trying to sit and prepare for an exam, but you need to have the right aptitude, don't you think
Absolutely.
so?
So certain things have to come naturally. If it is not coming naturally, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. It's not worth it. You will be good at something else.
So finding the right path, finding the right aptitude, the talent in you needs to be recognized by you or by the people around you. So make sure you have good people surrounding you. That is also something very important in your life. You should always have those people who resonate well with your ideas and thought process, and who are here to lift you from this level to a higher level and not put you down there. So always remember that, you need to be stress-free. Can you have someone actually give your, perspective on how to prepare well for such examinations?
So, as I told you, preparation-wise, look at what you're good at, focus on your strengths, because as I told you, nobody can do the entire paper. So, do those questions which are your strong points. Don't even try to look at those which are very, very weak for you. Apart from that, focus on having the right kind of attention at the time of the exam, because while 70-80% will be your preparation, that end 20% is what really matters for between cracking it and not cracking, and that is basically your presence of mind on that day. And of course, if you want, you go to an astrologer and you will probably get a better idea of what's happening.
I think that is the last point is very important. Not just about, you should make sure that you're aligning your efforts to your destiny to get what you want. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you.
Thank you.